Welcome back to our Anno 1800 modded series. As promised, today we're gonna focus on the old world. In our last episode, we started to take over islands from Lady Margaret in the old world after finishing her in the new world. We took, for example, this island over here in the north and two in the south. And we also started to play with the nobles. These nobles are landowners over here that provide you with influence. They are consuming a lot of resource, which is why, by the way, you can see I haven't provided that many to them, but they, again, help a lot with this influence. And at the end of the last episode, I said, now that we also have access to the first buildings of engineers, and in particular to the commuter pier, I think it's time to link all of our islands and to start specializing different islands to special things. So in particular, I'm thinking over here on main island where we have access to some river slopes and some oil springs. We're gonna want, these to become a bit more of a artisan and engineer city very soon, start making electricity, etc. But that means I need workers and farmers from other places, right? And of course, we're gonna need to also increase some of our productions. So I've started to do that. Over here, you can see we have one island, a whole new island, which I've called farmers. And because it is full of farmers, I don't know what's going on here. So it's called farmers, full of farmers. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. But first, I wanted to highlight that of the two islands that she has left, while this one here is actually pretty well defended, you can see over here we have a big Betty and tons of defense, and it's only one of the harbor. There's a second harbor there that also really well defended. And even a third that's starting. I actually feel like that our second island over here is not that well defended. I mean, sure, of course, there is a flamethrower over here and there is one cannon, but that's pretty much it on this side, right? So this side would be easy to take over. Then we have another harbor here, which is also pretty easy to take over, right? Not that much. Oh, I see we're being attacked. Yeah, that's fine. That's just a normal transportation ship, because indeed I've started to place, in strategic locations because they have to go through here a number of ships. But going back to the island, as I said, harbor number 1 and harbor number 2 are pretty easy to take over. And yes, there is an harbor number 3, which is harder, but it's actually not that hard. There is, yes, one flamethrower, but there is no Big Betty. I think there used to be a Big Betty, but apparently she deleted it. Don't ask me why, because they don't really care about money and things like this. All that to say that I think we can take over this island, So I've already brought over here some of my airships with some bombs, and what's left to do is obviously just bring the actual army. So we're gonna start bringing an army. We're gonna leave a couple, defenses, because we need to be able to still defend, our city. But I think we have enough ships. I mean, if you look over here, all of these, plus a few more. So I think we have enough ships to be able to take that over. So maybe, we take one over here and we leave. I don't really need that. This guy is super happy with me anyway. So let's build another one there, but let's take for sure all of these ships. Oh, one of my harbor is under attack. Okay, that's fine. Yes, so as you can see, my fleet here plus some ships from Alonso are going after this guy over here. He's very fast though, so I think he's been eluding me for a while. Anyway, so as I was saying, I think we're gonna take all of these. I'm gonna take also a couple of these. Just leave a few here to protect this, my main island basically. So let's go. Now bring them here. We're gonna take all of these too, because they're not that important. We're gonna take these guys too also. And yeah, we're gonna go there. So by the time I finish explaining the other things, hopefully we'll be in position for an attack. But yeah, this is a farmer island. We're talking about almost 5,000 farmers. So that is really good, right? That is, enough hopefully for what I have over here. So yes, 5,000 farmers. This is using my normal stamp with a trade union and a post office right in the middle. You can see a trade union that's covering all of the houses, and also a post office that's covering like 99% of the houses. So that's what's happening over here. We have then, of course, the basic productions, because this is a farmer island. You know, many of the farmer production are pretty easy. So best to just do them on site and not have any logistics. So for example, we have 3 lumberjack camps to make the wood. Some of the wood is needed as a normal need, plus some is needed for the timber. The timber is actually needed for the wooden jewelry, which is a luxury need. Then we have water, we have fish, a bit of potatoes. We are not giving the schnapps. This is the only thing we're not giving. We're giving wool on site. We have 1 horse stable where I am actually using the horse training ground over here. This is basically a silo using the grain to improve the production of this. So that is the other one. Then we have, as I said, the jewelry workshop, a bit of grain for those silos, and we have the post office that is enough. As you can see, it is enough. Or even what I can show you is, if we look over here, you'll see this is full of local mail. So that's great. So yeah, we have, the fish over here, some potatoes on this side, some of the grain here and there. We have here most of the wood production. We have also the wool that is in a few different places. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this island. So it is kind of a self-sustainable island, doesn't need to bring anything. And it is providing everything my people need except the schnapps. I'm also giving them, of course, the local mail. So I'm pretty happy with that one, looking good. And then just in front of it, we're gonna create number 4 for the workers. It also has pretty interesting fertilities, in particular the grain and the potatoes. So that should be enough to make, quite a bit of workers. Deliver these resources over here before we have a problem. Oh, it took a share of my island. And here we still haven't destroyed that guy. Crazy. So which island? Yeah, this one. Let's take it back. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do the same. Take, these blueprints over here on the side of the mountain. Good. And place it a couple of times. Now we need to separate them a bit because the range of these post offices is a bit bigger. And I'm thinking we want probably at least 3 again, but let's start with 2. We're gonna put, the right services, of course, also in the middle. I suggest you start by that, otherwise you may have also problems sometimes. So we're gonna put this one. You're going there too. We're gonna need a big cemetery. Actually, let's place a big one. Ah. Doesn't fit. Wait, if I put it here though, maybe I will do just this. Put it right in the middle here. Okay. We're gonna need, of course, all of these too. Right, you place different places to have good coverage. It's not perfect, but or perfect is the wrong word. It's not the most efficient. I'm not calculating exactly how many I need. We're not playing also in the craziest difficulty ever, right? So it should be fine. We're gonna need also hospital. I like to put them in the middle. Try to help on both sides. And then can have one here, up there. Okay, so yeah, that should be a start. And then we just need to build all of those things. Let's go. So here it is, the fleet is in position. Now we need to make sure to not go too close to this one. I think for this small harbor, I'm not gonna use my precious bombs. We're just going to attack on our own. As you can see, I think we can be quite close. Definitely not in range of that. I'm gonna keep my bombs for this side, basically. One thing I do want to check is what is the range of that guy? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so as always, you know, we're losing definitely one ship to the flamethrower. It's a very strong one, but as soon as this is done, we should be fine. We can get this one out, potentially. No, actually, maybe let's go here and then go there. Okay, I think that's pretty much it on this side. Look at this. Now we're getting also those buildings, because this way we get the morale already a bit down, right? It is definitely a good idea to do that. Let's move on the other side now. Again, trying to stay out of range as much as possible. Oh, damn. Okay, we're gonna lose that one. Not the end of the world. I mean, if I lose 2 ships against 1 island, I definitely won't be too mad. How is that still working? That's destroy, right? Yeah, it is destroyed. Okay. Anyway, so let's go. We have another small harbor on this side, and then it will be the main one. Again, just making sure I'm not in range. No, I think we're fine. So let's go. This is the main thing. Oops, wrong button. And we can put these guys into positions. So yeah, so far we've only lost 2. So not too bad. I'm gonna put these guys into position here. Need to make sure that you continue our attack or it's gonna end, right? But it is. We're getting into position, focusing on these guys first. And done with the defenses. That's great. And then we're gonna start the attack for the final. Okay, this guy is basically dead. So let's take him out of the fight. Everybody else definitely will be part of the final attack, because the more firepower, the less chance, right, of dying. Oh, there's a fire here. Interesting. This is the edge of the map, so that's a bit annoying. That means, you know, my ships are gonna go in kind of single lane, but we don't really have a choice. So that's gonna slow down the attack by a lot. But anyway, that's life. We're gonna want to go to that one for sure first. Okay, I'm gonna now slow down while we send these guys in. Oops, focusing, I think, over here, yeah. This is where there is a lot of defenses. And then you can continue and escape that side. Because if you make them do a U-turn, that definitely is going to slow you down. Okay, and let's accelerate. I know, you know, you could micromanage a bit, but I don't feel like this is worth it. I just focus on... Oh, we're gonna lose potentially one. Yeah, we're gonna lose one. We didn't do that much damage. It's a bit of a shame, but okay. That's life. Okay, so one ship is down. Because again, the key thing is here. Can't all come in at the same time. Oh, we've lost a second, so that's 4 so far. I could potentially resend them if they still... No, they don't have bombs anymore, so it's fine. Okay, so this is done. At least we got most of these here. Let's go for the crane. Because after the crane we can focus. And it is actually. The island is already taken. Perfect. Cost me 32 of influence. But we have now quite a bit of influence. Hopefully here we also get a number of interesting resources. I don't see anything left. Items not so great, but better than nothing. And yeah, she only has now 1 island left in the old world. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You can go back home. No, actually, don't go here, you'll die if you go there. So let's do this. And I'm thinking she's probably gonna want to retake this island in the future. But so we have to decide if we want to keep some garrison there or not. Thinking maybe we just keep a couple of ships. So that doesn't hurt. Wow, that's a lot of resource. So actually maybe what we do is we check which... Are they all full of resource? I mean, okay, Salpet is not that important, but still. Some bombs, that's a bit more important. This one is not full of resource. Okay. And I have anyway half an hour before this becomes a problem, which can take this island again. No, here it is. We have a couple of ships there. They're not full of stuff. But quite a lot of weapons. Not complaining with that. So it is. We're starting to develop this, right? I've put the basic resource necessary to get everybody up to, the full population of farmers, and therefore we're gonna be able to upgrade them. It does take some wood, so I'm bringing wood from some of the other islands because I don't have a huge wood production. Maybe we should actually make wood production. Oh, we are being attacked somewhere. Wait 1 second. We finish the wood production quickly. Yeah, basic, but that's going to help us to make big wood production on site. Let's see who's being attacked. Oh damn, you're dead. Okay, so I've basically created a bit of a barricade, but there is always 1 or 2 ships that pass behind, because if you look, I have ships over here, right? His island is there. So I have ships there, I have ships here, and I have ships here. So the only way you can go is if you go all the way either here or there. But yeah, clearly this one has passed through. So we're gonna need to attack him, fully kill him, and bring a bit more of wood, upgrade it all, and then obviously there is some production that are not necessary anymore. For example, the horses, right? It's only for the farmers, not needed for the workers. On the other hand, there is quite a few new productions we're gonna need to add, right? So let me work on that and I'll see you in a minute. Oh no. He just declared war on us. We went from trade rights to war in 1 second. I didn't do anything. And if we look at it, the guy is basically at war with everybody. But this is definitely a problem because he has quite a strong fleet. He could definitely also take over in the new world some of my islands. So we're gonna need to be careful. This is actually a moment where we could lose this game if I'm not careful. And he doesn't want to do peace, it seems, right? Peace, no, 0 chance. Okay, so yeah, he really wants to be at war. Can flatter him, but that doesn't seem to do the trick. Okay, so what I could try, though, is try to get the other ones in an alliance so that he attacks at least this guy. I mean, they're already at war, I think, with him, but makes it that they're going to hopefully attack him even more. So let's see, can we get you even also at war with him? No, okay, so this one no, but at least these two should hopefully help me. But we may have to also attack this guy, basically. So let's see. I mean, there is some defenses, but it's not crazy defense. Here, okay, there's 1 blue one as always. It's not crazy oh no, yeah, 2 of these. Okay, 3 of these, okay, that will hurt a lot. Okay, so yeah, damn, that was not in my plans, ladies and gents. That was not in my plans. Because even here, there's this island there. What do we have here? I mean, they're not impossible to take over, but they are not easy either. Huh? 2 flame towers, sure. And I'm guessing this one is way more defended for sure. Okay, so my 2 cents is we're not gonna be able to defend the islands that are in the back there. So let's not even try. Let's bring the troops back. The question is, we need to avoid... I don't know how can I avoid this guy, but I guess we're just going to send these back here. Yeah, these ones... I think you just come back here. Oof, yeah, we may want to take over this island though. But 2, it is pretty well defended. But I'm pretty sure I have ships that are coming, that are passing by over here. So I don't think we're gonna have a choice. I think we are gonna have to take that one over in a sec. And as expected, he's attacking. He's already taken one of the island. Oh no, actually, sorry. Wait. Oh, he didn't take it, he took the shares. Okay, interesting. But now he's attacking a real island. I have already sunk one of his ships, so that's something. But somehow my other ships are not attacking, I don't know why. So let's go, let's attack. I did lose also 1 ship already, I'm gonna lose a second soon. I'm bringing a couple more ships there, so hopefully that will help. But yeah, we need... I mean, the good thing is this is basically his main fleet, it seems, in the New World. But it is a strong fleet. I mean, we're talking about ships that are more advanced than mine for sure. So let's go. Let's try to attack like this. Okay, I'm going around. I can attack them from both sides of my ships. Volleys on both sides, right? I'm trying to kill this guy first. I don't know why they're not very smart as they are, you know, when they start attacking. Come on, let's accelerate a bit more. Oh my god, I'm losing so many. Already lost, I think, 3 ships. 4 soon. Let's bring a few more over here. But he is also almost done, so that's great. Okay. So hopefully he thinks twice before attacking again. But still, that was definitely tough. Or maybe to say it differently is, if I don't leave a fleet of this side on any and all islands, then we're not gonna be able, you know, to defend against any attacks. So I need to make sure there is definitely some troops in each of my big or real island, let's say. Let's also rebuild one of these over here. Okay, you arrive just in time for nothing. Thank you. Go back here. The least important is probably that one, which is not protected, but it's fine. Yeah, this is definitely the least important of them all. And this is my most important, which is actually not that defended. But there is a couple of cannons, so that's something. And yeah, we're gonna want to buy ships as soon as we find them, and probably increase our production of ships too. In the meantime, oh, damn it. So in the meantime, as I was saying, I think we're gonna want to take over this island there, because my ships are passing very close. You can see this guy, yeah, is passing there. So I think that is too dangerous to have one of his islands in the back of mine. But there is 2 of these flamethrowers, so it's definitely gonna be a tough battle. We're gonna lose at least 2 or 3 ships. 1 already. Okay. 2. We lost 2, 3. Oh my god, yeah, we lost 3. Sure. But he is the one who declared war on us. So, oh yeah, I did. No, this is still in under construction. So let's focus on the ones that are not under construction, and hopefully take the island before this one is finished. Okay, come on. Yes, it's in the red now. Come on. Come on, come on. Taking so long. Good thing is I don't see a big fleet coming my way, so I think we're okay. They focus really on a lot of defenses, not so much on fleets, which is complete opposite of what I do. I focus on fleets, not on defenses. Okay, let's conquer the island. Take those, whatever they dropped, and check if there's anything really good. This is not bad. Okay. And yeah, here it is, ladies and gents. So one more island taken. Now we're gonna put back the fleet over here. Oh, wait. Who's... Oh, that's fine. All good. All good. I don't know if it was a blue or a black, but yeah, my keeping basically my fleet over here, and I think we're gonna need to bring more there. Try to kind of do a barricade over there. And it is, we have now all of them are workers. Obviously, we're gonna need to change some of the productions, but we're good so far on the potatoes. We're not so good on the fish. I need to add one more, or we can even add, why is it not working? 2 more to be safe. We're gonna need a lot of new productions for sure, but the key thing is, right, this is going to give me tons of workers, and therefore, if you look at my main island over here, slash also, actually, I'm thinking maybe we do first this one, right? This island there, we used to have it to create hop mainly for my beer, but now the key thing is I don't need all of that population. We can take all of this population that was, you know, just local. We don't need that anymore. We probably also don't need, you know, the local productions that was just for that population. And instead, we can focus this island on, you know, really hop, like, and actually we were also using it for fur, right? So maybe we use this island for both of those things, like tons of fur and tons of hop and nothing else. And then after that, the key thing will be more on this island over here, instead of having, you know, all tiers of population, the farmers, the workers, the artisans, and my one house of engineers, we can move all of these to be engineers and workers. While at the same time, we need to make sure we don't lose key islands to the blue or the black. I have, you know, a big fleet over here, a big fleet there, a big fleet there, so hopefully that protects a bit. We don't really have a big fleet on this side, but I do have a couple of ships here, and these ones are not that far, so it should be fine. And then in the new world, we have, right, a fleet over here, we have a fleet over there, and I don't have yet a big fleet protecting here, but we do have, you know, those cannons. So I'm not too worried. They probably will take, you know, a couple of other small islands, but that's fine. So yeah, I hope you like this progress. You know, I wasn't expecting another war in parallel, even if, yeah, this guy was definitely challenging us. You know, a couple of times he moved from trade rights to peace, but I always managed to get him back to trade rights. But this time he went right away from trade rights to war. The good thing is, you know, now I have Anno as an alliance, and we're going to try to also move this one into an alliance, right? When we can.